about the Swedish people. I think this is...
Yes, it seems that Sweden is indeed an unusual, even extreme country.
The typical Swede has a very ambivalent relationship to the church.
And I will then pour the water on his head for the Father, the Son.
Maybe we can just skip that part.
Express the truth of Sweden, kind of. And we want to use apply this video with the more hostess theory of the cultural dimensions. The first here is the power distance. And we are very independent, and we only have a hierarchy for the convenient, because we need to have rules. But we don't think it's necessary, like we don't need it for everything. And we would have more equal rights, and we want to be like more, not like a boss, more like leaders, more coaching style in our leadership style. And we believe truly in empowerment. And we, as you see here on the dimension, it's very low in core distance, and that's why we prefer decentralized organizations and flat organizations. So we believe we don't say, we don't want to use terms as employees, we want to use words like team members or co-workers. And we don't like control this is light, and the attitude towards managers is more informal. So we don't, we call them by their names, so we don't use title, we don't embrace that so much in our culture. And that's, I also to my professors at school call them by their first name and not by the title or the last name. And moreover, we are a more individualistic country, and the relationship is based on mutual advantages for both parts. And we are more about the management of individuals, and we, as the others said as well, that we are going to discuss everything and we're going to be a part of something. And that's why we think like that each individual in a team should contribute. And we're also a more feminine culture, and that we are strive to be consensus in our way of being. And we value equality, solidarity, and equality in the work colleagues. So we want to have a good work-life balance. We value that really much. And we are like this view said that we are afraid of conflict. Yeah, we are like, we don't afraid of conflict in that matter, but more about we want to compromise. And we negotiate, and we want to kind of, to a certain extent, please both parts in a conflict. We thought that it can take long because we would have to negotiate and compromise. And as we are known for our long discussions, there was a consensus that we reached. And we also prefer to have more flexible working schedule, and that we believe that if you give like the power, or the more it's more about trust. If you trust your employees to actually do the work, but you don't have to be in office, or you don't have to ask every time you leave the office if you want to work at home or in another place. It depends on what kind of working conditions or what kind of task you have, of course, but we believe more in trust that actually will create better, like motivate people. And according to uncertainty avoidance, we are very low, and we want a more relaxed attitude. And let's say, I think like Sweden is kind of, we want high on innovations. And as we said here, like people believe that there should not be no more rules than necessary. And if they are ambiguous, like we think that it's actually create more new ways of thinking. And I don't know how to pronounce this. Indulgence? Yeah. It's one of the endurance. People have willingness to realize their closest in society to enjoying life and having fun. It's something on the teeth of young John. Yeah, so we are really, as I said, work-life balance. We also want to have fun at work, and we want to be a part of our profession outside work as well. So you know when we talk about a life balance or work-life balance, but we still want to have it feel like we live through our profession. And just doing business with Swedes. And that's why people, I studied for cross-cultural before in my passion thesis, and this is why they said, people can, foreigners can be very surprised that we get right down to business at the first meeting. People may this, of course we may have a small talk, but we are more direct in our communication. So because in other countries you really have to meet a few, it's before you get to know each other before you trust each other. But in Sweden we are more direct, and we want and we are very precise, and that we have clear agendas, and we have a purpose. We don't want to waste our time. We're very time constrained in our way of thinking. We are factual, practical, precise, reserved, and get to the point quickly. And if you want to communicate with us, be clear and have details, have facts behind your words and your purpose. And we will be equal with you. And they say Swedes are very generous in negotiation because we want to please both parts. And it's important to know who is who and how very companies in a company structure. That's why in Sweden, the high decisions is not from the top management. It can be the middle or the lower level managers. So we believe even if you don't have a high position, we want to rely on you either way. And more equality in business and equality in Sweden. The women make up to 48% of the workforce. It's one of the highest percentages in the world. And that's why ladies here, if you want to go to business in Sweden, you should, because you will be treated equally. Of course, we have something to work on, in Sweden. The sun is not, we're not there, but we're aiming there. The gap between the men's and the women's wages there are still a few issues. But as here, maybe it's unusual, businesswomen may pay the check in the restaurant without any reimbursement. And even if you go on a date with girls in Sweden, the guys is not, the girls can also pay, not only the guys. And I think that's maybe a double standard because the girls still want the guys to pay. So, yeah. And more about the clothing. Swedes is very fashionable, but also casual. And we think it's important to be well dressed in public all the time. And I think that, just here, but when I was in the US, the people were oh my god, sweatpants and and sweatshirt and all the day. And they just thought I was going to party every day. And I said, no, this is how we're close in Europe. Because in Sweden we are more formal, informal during weekdays as well in school. And for business, men should wear consolidated suits and ties, and women should wear dressed suits or pantsuits. So it's a little bit more strict when it comes to business. Is Gavin smart?
Yeah, so I'm going to talk about 5 big reasons to visit Sweden. Okay, what do you think of Sweden? Have you heard of any famous thing in Sweden?
Meatball.
Meatball? Anything else?
Swedish house mafia.
Yeah, Swedish house mafia. Yeah. Anything else?
IKEA.
IKEA. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
You pronounce it right.
IKEA. IKEA. Yeah, some of us will pronounce IKEA. Americans. Yeah, they pronounce IKEA.
Yeah.
Alright, as a foreigner, you can travel around Sweden and live in Sweden, without speaking a single word of Swedish. Compared to Germany, if I speak German, you guys would like me better, right? Like me more. Is it that way? That's France. If I speak English in Germany, do I get discriminated or something? No. then maybe my teacher taught me wrong or something. Because my German teacher said like you have to speak the German in Germany so you don't get discriminated. So maybe it's the same.
And we heard that too.
You heard that too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. But if you go to Sweden, you don't have to speak a single Swedish at all. You can speak English or anything. And the FIKA is fika. Okay, it's a coffee break. It's more than a coffee break. It's a ritual. It's a time together to share reflection, like to joke, to connect around. Like maybe we'll have a fika later, right? Yeah. And Sweden is twice than Britain, so the population is barely 9 million. And Sweden has space for everyone. Like we have Swedish, like they have to like have space, so we cannot like So if I sit right here, so Josh, you can sit here. Sit away from Swedish people. Yeah, they care about personal space, so they don't like this or something. I don't do that. And so, do you know what the animal is this? Moose. Yeah. There's a lot of moose in Sweden. Approximately 250,000. Like it's like the cat and dog. You can see.
I see them.
Yeah. You see them very often. So, I mean, if a moose feel concerned, like sometimes they will lower their head and point at you and to rustle you, maybe kill you or something. So it's very dangerous. And each year, there's about 100,000 mooses are killed during the hunting season.
It's kind of a fun fact that this sign, it's always still this sign on the roads, like foreigners, because it's so rare, because we have a lot of signs. So it costs a lot of money for Sweden to produce these signs. Because they are actually like, it's kind of joke like Sweden's most dangerous animal because they are in a lot of car accidents. It's very like, they are huge. Like, really, really huge.
Huge? Sorry. So the next one, it's archipelago. It's a building. So
no, it's island.
It's island. It's island. So it's one of the most fantastic part of Sweden. It's still a secret for many. And the famous magnificent Stockholm archipelago. Right? So next one, I find this very interesting. You could sleep in hotels, and not a regular hotel. It's made of ice. A hotel made of ice. Egos made of ice. Like the ice hotel is the world's largest hotel made of ice and snow. Actually, I've seen one at Singapore, but that kind of crap. Okay about that. All right. So let's take a look at the next one. So again, you have the chance to see the Northern Light. Yeah. Let's take a look at Northern Light. Yeah, it's very beautiful. If you want to visit, you go. The next one, this is Alemanswaffen. It's so hard to pronounce. So in Sweden, it's the meaning of a freedom granted by the Constitution of Sweden. Like you can go anywhere. You can go to the forest without telling the authority. Like if you want to camp there, you could go and camp there. If you want to swim in the lake, you could just jump in to swim in the lake. Like you don't have to get permission to do so. But the golden rules is to do not destroy, do not disturb anyone or any animal. Like you have the right to do everything, almost everything. Like you can camp anywhere, and you can pick wildflowers, mushrooms, and berries, and all that. Like you can eat wild food around the room.
Yeah, you can go wherever you want, even though you can tent for one night on a private property, except like gardens, without asking the land, like the who own the land. So, and you can also do like pick out everything that's being prepared at home. And that is also very unique for Sweden. Like you can go almost everywhere. So you can go live in the forest if you want to in a tent without asking anyone. Then you can just move around your tent, whatever. As long as you don't disturb or destroy.
And next one, I'll pass it to Josh.
Don't in Sweden. First, don't go on Christmas. And when you talk to your Sweden friends, you don't do this. Some of my friends will do this. Just like Kyle, you know Kyle? It's Kyle here. He likes he. And just like this picture, when you wait in line, you have to wear this like this. Yeah. And the second is Jantelogen, and it means you don't brag about yourself. You don't show off. Just like some people want to show their iPhone off. You know what I mean? Kyle, maybe Kyle. Kyle like to show off. That's not okay in Sweden. Don't show off your property or something. And
yeah, or you brag about your grade. For example, if you get an A, you're not supposed to say, yeah, I got an A, I'm so damn good. No. You should say, yeah, I did good, it was okay. Like this. And if you got like, you scored or something in soccer, you were really happy, it's like, yeah, we won, it feels good. Like you're not supposed to like, or like if you're good at something, you're like, yeah, I'm really good at this. Yeah, I'm mediocre, I think I can manage it. Like, so you're not supposed to be very proud of yourself. You need to be more humble. Or I don't know, like it's like I don't know, it's humble as well, but yeah. So you cannot think you're like higher than the rest of the people.
It's so interesting that the individualism is so high.
Yeah.
Why is not taking the credits for yourself?
Yeah, it's actually kind of contradictory.
Yeah.
It is. But yeah, but this is like people, if someone says like, people would say that like, oh, she thinks she's better, like, okay, like, she did good, but that's weird to be very proud. But I think this is like something we try to get rid of, especially like our generation, I think.
Gentleman.
Yeah. So it's like a community, it's also in Denmark and Norway as well.
Yeah, don't think you are special. And don't think anyone cares about you. No one cares. No one thinks and don't feel pressure by silence. If you talk to a Swedish friends, when the conversation ends, it's not our. Maybe we will think, oh, it's but they don't think.
Yeah, we're more like, don't say what you mean what you say. So we're more like, we can feel like, you know, it sometimes can be a little bit awkward when you're like, you know a person, but you don't know that very well. So you're not very comfortable being like completely silent with that person. You can maybe go in a train or a bus or something. But we like it. It's like, oh, no, it's like this. Maybe the others want to do more small talk, just like come up with random topics just to keep the conversation going. We are like, no, it's not necessary. Enjoy the silence. It's more.
Yeah, enjoy the silence. And do in Sweden, first be on time. But when you want to visit a friend, if your date is 12 o'clock, you should be arrive at about 15 to 20 later, right?
Yeah, or on time. But don't come, if you go for the dinner, don't come before the time. And you should be on time, but it depends on like if you go for a business meeting, you have to be on time. But if you go for dinner at the hut, and don't come like 5 minutes after or something. But it's okay, but if you come like at 30 minutes is the maximum, then you have to kind of have a small excuse, like yeah, it was a lot of traffic, or yeah, I just had to have some errand, or it takes before. But don't come later, because in Sweden we often start right away with the dinner. I know in the US, for example, they do the dinner last. So they do everything before and then they finish with the meal. But in Sweden we start with meal.
Yeah. Next one, meeting and greeting. In Swedish, they only shake hands to everyone. They don't do hugs. I know some people like to hug, right? yeah, hug. The Swedish people just shake hands.
Or yeah, but if you do hug, you don't get kiss on the cheek.
Some European would
Yeah.
but young people do not, generally, they do not shake hands. They are free. And if no one is available to introduce you, shake each other's hand, but don't hug. And the final thing is, don't walk into people's apartment without taking your shoes off. It's like in Japan. You have to take off your shoes before entering your friend's apartment or something. It's not very polite to just walk in because your shoes. Why Swedish people don't approach you at first? If you think Swedish and are a bit of reserve, have a drink and maybe chat a little bit, have a small talk, and it's like, and Swedish people is like coconuts. It's hot on the outside, yeah. Like Ida, it's hot on the outside. But when you get to know her, she's very friendly. Right? She's a very friendly woman. Not everyone. Okay. Let's start to introduce her.
So these are friends from Sweden. So do everyone know all of this? So IKEA is very famous, and H&M is for clothes, and Spotify, and Volvo, Skype, and SoundCloud, and Amazon. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
That one is for
Do you know all the brands?
medical.
Do you know? Okay, raise your hands. Do you know IKEA? Do you know H&M? Spotify? Volvo? Sky? SoundCloud? AstraZeneca?
No, it's not.
That is a very huge drug producer. Yeah,
Pharmaceutical
medication.
company or?
Huh?
Pharmaceutical company, you mean?
For?
Pharmaceutical.
Drug, yeah.
Okay.
Drug. Drugs. But yeah, and Ericsson.
Yeah.
So it's actually kind of crap company. But you know Scania? Scania do the trucks. I've seen a lot of Scania here in Taiwan. And I've seen some Saab cars as well. So cars. Saab.
So these are Swedish cuisine, and so they eat Swedish meatball with mashed potato, and also that is how to call that berry. Lingonberry. Yeah, and we prepare meatballs for you guys. Yeah. Okay. And this is sandwich cake done here, and it's for party, and each layer has different things, and it's called sandwich cake. And also, this is one sauce to eat with eggs, and you introduce.
Okay, that is cinnamon bun. So, you know, we talked about fika. It's normally fika, you can take a sandwich or pastry, but this is like, don't take that cinnamon bun and like black coffee. It's like in the afternoon, like around 3 before like lunch and dinner. And that's a semla. Do you know what semla is? It's like kind of bun with its cream, with kind of like marzipan, like Swedish too. And this is princess cake. Yeah, but it's pink. And at the end they're so small. But that's just like a traditional like birthday cake. Yeah.
Okay. There are a lot of very famous musicians or singers from Sweden, and a lot of them are house music. So, do you guys know her?
Robin?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and this one? No? ABBA. Everyone knows ABBA? Yeah, okay. And also,
Swedish House Mafia?
yeah.
Mike Snow? Do you know Mike Snow?
do you know Mike Snow? No? And
I Found Pop?
I don't care. Alright, and this guy is a very famous musician and songwriter, and he wrote "Shake It Off."
This is Max Martin, and he's writing a lot of songs for international pop stars like Katy Perry, Taylor Swift, Britney Spears, and a lot of like famous pop stars in his Swedish. And this is Will, she's kind of new, and she's also international market. And this is Rebecca Fiona, they're also very famous in the US. I know.
Okay, so they are Swedish festival, and first is their Christmas. They celebrating Christmas on 24th of December, and also the Easter and the Swedish national holidays on the 6th of June, and the mix on the 9th. It's the third Friday in June, and they will have the flower on their head, and also they will have dances, and it's like a party, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And Swedish crayfish party. They will, it's in August and September, and they will eat crayfish. Crayfish.
Yeah, crayfish with crayfish.
Okay. So let's watch a video. In the video, you heard a song by ABBA. ABBA is a very famous singer group from Sweden, and the song is Mamma Mia, and I think a lot of people have heard that. And also you will see IKEA in the video, which you will see Taiwan. How is the Taiwan IKEA look and the food there? Because we went there and have a map